Hello and welcome to the Keach Hospice Care Stadium, home of Biggleswade United, where we are covering tonight the Biggleswade United reserves final match of the season. They play Sharnbrook FC in the Beds County League, and this is our starting 11 tonight for today's game. In goal, we have number 19, Jack Marshall, number 2, James Clark, number 12, Dally Carter, number 5, Lewis Digweed, number 3, Fred Steer, captain number 4, Brad Heaps, number 8, Robbie Hunt, number 10, Callum Every, number 7, Mo Silboard, number 9, Frey Menembolo, number 11, Enoch Alawadaminaola. On the subs bench, we have number 14, Hayden Gardner, number 6, James Scissor, number 15, George Heaps, number 15, Anzu Komora, and number 17, Cameron Omar. So we'll be hoping that, of course, we can get a win. It'll be a real tough game for the reserves, who themselves are currently 12th in the Beds County Football League, with safety secured. Not much really to play for, but it is their final game. For Sharnbrook, they do have a couple more games still to play, including a big cup final after they beat Stockfold Development 6-3 away from home in their last match. So they've still got a couple more games to play than us, Sharnbrook. But for Biggleswade, this is it now. They want to go out on a high. It'll be difficult against Sharnbrook's first team. Of course, the beauty of this league, they do play first team teams and reserve team teams. So it's always a bit of a struggle for our reserves sometimes due to the calibre of players that we're up against. But we are underway here at the Keach Hospice Care Stadium. Biggleswade United in their light blue away strip tonight, and dark blue and purple striped kit. And they look to start very quickly. Cross coming in. It's meant to be cleared. What I was mentioning, the difficulty sometimes with these sort of leagues is they're up against proper first team players, and when you're the reserve side and you've got a lot of youngsters out there, the likes of Callum Every, only 17, I believe, maybe even 16. Mo Zilboard, he's young as well. There's a lot of youngsters in there. One of the most experienced players out there right now, I'd probably say, is Brad Heaps, captain, who played the last couple of games for the first team. That's a good ball over the top, looking for Enoch. The goalkeeper's had to come out there, Dan Bailey for Sharnbrook, to clear his lines. There's a throw in for United. Cleared away. Might feel that Sharnbrook, who are a few places higher, might have the cup final. With the cup final to think about, they might not be thinking too much about this match. So it could well be an advantage potentially for Biggleswade. I was speaking to Marv, one of the coaches of the reserves, before the game, and they've said it's been a much improved season compared to the last. It's been a bit frustrating at times this season, conceding lots of goals. But the last few games, the goals have haven't conceded as many goals as they did in the start of the season, that's for sure. And things have been improving on and off the pitch. It was great to hear. Now in the middle of the park, it's Menembolo. It's Every. Looking to find Menembolo. 16 goals this season for our reserves. Cross coming in. It's been a real bright start from the lads tonight. Sharnbrook can't really seem to clear their lines. And it's Fred Steer. It's a loose ball. It's now back with Callum Every. It's good to see Gaz and Jordan as well. Our future first team coaches are here this evening as well to watch the our reserve team, which is great to see. I'm sure there might be a few players that they might well be thinking about potentially for next season, maybe. It's Menembolo. Out to Fred Steer. Cross comes in. It's come all the way past. It's going to be out of play for a throw. But again, a real positive start. And that's exactly what Cameron Omar would have wanted from his team. The Sharnbrook team did actually arrive quite late this evening. And that can kind of affect your preparations for a game. Good closing down there by Enoch. Now back with Biggleswade. It's been dispossessed. That's good goalkeeping there by Jack Marshall, and it had to be. Now Hunt. Oh, it's a heavy touch there. That ball's going to have to play there for a throw-in. Five minutes played. It is Biggleswade United reserves 0. Sharnbrook first 0. Biggleswade United look for a positive end to the season with a positive result. As I mentioned, they can't go up, they can't go down this season. Secure and safety a few games ago. But they'll certainly want to end the campaign on a high tonight. Danny, okay, thank you for that, Josh. And now Sharnbrook is trying to get the ball back up the pitch. Been intercepted there by Robbie Hunt. It's going to be a free kick here to Sharnbrook, just on the halfway. Tom's Dammy. He's unlucky there, Dammy. Now, Sharnbrook getting themselves back up the pitch. Interception there by Robbie Hunt. It's going to be out of play for a throw. They're throwing here for Biggleswade United. After a bit of a confusion there. That's going to be a free kick now. It's Lewis Digweed over this free kick here for United. And it's Digweed. It's not a bad ball. Headed away. Only as far as Zilboard. It's good pressing there by Zilboard. It's been headed away again. Brad Heaps with the cross. Look to find Menambolo. It was in a good position that. It was a lovely cross in as well. I think that was Danny Carter with the cross. It's actually gone out of play for a corner. The defender needed something on it, and he did really well. But Menambolo there was looking to pounce. So around 10 minutes playing. It's been a really good start here for our reserve side tonight. Against the side, they lost 5-1 away from home in the reverse fixture. Header, he probably could have done better there. Mo Zilboard there, free header, but it's just wide of the post. Heaps. That's lovely play. And now they've got three up here as well. They can get this right. It's Frey Menambolo for Biggleswade United. Been drifted out wide by the defender. Needs a bit of support here, Frey. He found it as well with James Clark. It's Clark. Looking for the flick on there from Zilboard. Good press in there from Callum Every. And Brad Heaps here, captain's got work to do. It's coming back with Sharnbrook. It's been intercepted straight away there from Danny Carter. Continuing their real good pressing now. It's Zilboard on the right-hand side. Looking for the low cross. It's blocked, and the reserves now get another corner. Corner for Biggleswade United, who have had a real bright start in this match. The cross come all the way through to Danny Carter. That was a poor pass, but it's still gonna come back to Biggleswade now. Did well, James Clark under pressure. Come back to Zilboard. Steer, Zilboard. Now Sharnbrook now looking to counter. They've got three up here. They get it right, but it was well intercepted by Danny Carter once again. It's Clark to Brad Heaps. Hunt. Clark. That's going to be a goal kick in the end for Sharnbrook. But again, real good positive play from Biggleswade United in the early goings. And right from the goal kick, that wasn't a bad move at all there. And it was Dammy that could have been through there, but it was some real crisp passing there from the front too. Looking to find the third piece of that front three there, Dammy. It wasn't far off finding him either. In the end, it's gone out of play for a goal kick. Back through to Callum Every. Now, Digweed. Hunt. Just slightly heavy from Robbie Hunt. Was unlucky. Over the back towards the goalkeeper. And it's really good defending there from Danny Carter once again. Come back with Menembolo. Good interception there, and it's back with Fred Steer. Steer to Dammy. To Robbie Hunt. Unlucky there from Robbie Hunt. And intercepted there by Callum Every. Looks a lovely ball into frame. Menembolo. He's onside. Flag stays down. Menembolo. He's done well. It's now back with Zilboard. Cuts inside. Goes for the shot. It's saved. Dammy was nearly there for the follow-up. But some real good intricate play from the front three once again. Of Biggleswade United, who are causing this Sharnbrook team a lot of problems. Of course, they've just come off the back, I mentioned, of a big away cup win at Stockfold Development side. Now, they have a cup final against the champions of this division, Elstow Abbey. I did mention they could have that potentially what they're thinking about right now, and it's an opportunity maybe for Biggleswade to finish the campaign with a great victory tonight. They're certainly playing like they want it at the moment. Good pressing from Robbie Hunt in the midfield. Down Zilboard. To Clark. Ball over the top. So quick free kick routine. It's come back out to Dammy. See what he can do here. Low cross in. Looking to find Menembolo. It's defended away. It's out to Fred Steer. And Menembolo couldn't quite get his feet together. And cleared away, and it's out for a throw-in, and they're still continuing this positivity here, Biggleswade. Severy out to Hunt. To Zilboard. Back to Every. That's tackle, free kick, and again, that's all from the positive play from our reserves this evening, who have really, really impressed so far. This is one of the Sharnbrook players is changed his shirt by the looks of it. Oh, he's just taken off his undergarment. I was going to say. It's a free kick here with Robbie Hunt over this free kick. Seen him score a goal from distance earlier on in the season. The last game I think I covered for the reserves. was a cracking goal from distance. It'd be interesting to see if he goes for it again. Shrubby Hunt with the free kick. Straight into the gloves of goalkeeper Dan Bailey. It was on target, though. Good pressing once again from Biggleswade. And back through, it's going to come straight to Brad Heaps. There's options going forward here as well. Is that to steer? Dammy. Menambolo. Heaps. Wine Hunt, but it's come back to Dammy. Goes for the shot, slightly deflected and right straight into gloves of the goalkeeper, Dan Bailey of Sharnbrook. Nick says, watching the game from the Paris whilst waiting for the train. I did wonder where you were tonight, Nick. It's good to see you're well. You'd be pleased to know as well, Gaz and Jordan are actually in attendance tonight, watching our reserves, which is really good to see. And it's been a real positive start from our reserves this evening so far. Now Sharnbrook back onto the attack now. As I mentioned, I couldn't quite read the team sheet properly for the Sharnbrook team, so apologies for the lack of names for the Sharnbrook team. I do actually have the names, but they didn't have any of the numbers with the team sheet, so it was more of a guess, and now I have no idea. So apologies for any Sharnbrook fans that are watching the stream. I know I can name the goalkeeper, but that's about it. Steer, Hunt. I'm lucky there, Mo. It's now come back out to Callum Every, won the ball back in midfield, looking for the free kick. The referee is not interested. Good pressing. The ball was just slightly too heavy, but the free kick goes against Frey there. And it's going to be a free kick now to Sharnbrook. For the ball over the top, it was a bit of a loose one there by Danny Carter in the end. The ball over the top to Dammy. Lovely play. Goes for the strike. It's saved again by the goalkeeper. But it's again another positive chance there from Biggleswade United. They've got to make some of these chances count. 23 minutes played. Jack Marshall in the Biggleswade United goal hasn't had anything to think about so far. And it's now Brad Heath. That's going to be a foul free kick. Heaps looking to find Zilboard at the back post there, but it was well covered by the goalkeeper. They're very eager to continue to play as quick as possible. Just hit with his hands there, Cameron. It's Clark. Stigweed to Steer. Now Heaps. It's a lovely ball over top to James Carr, but it's just gone over him there. Just at the worst moment there. Unlucky. It's Zilboard. Digweed. Oh, he's been intercepted, and there's a mistake there by Lewis Digweed. There's 3 up here as well. Could be dangerous. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of play for a corner. It was Lewis Digweed with the mistake at the back, but it was well covered in the end. And it's now going to be Sharnbrook getting their first corner of the afternoon. Dan Jack Marshall did well there. He's thrown it out quickly as well. And Mbolo. Really positive play this from Biggleswade United reserves. It's parallel to the last time I covered the reserves earlier on in the season. Nick said, had to go to the office today. We'll be at the presentation evening at the weekend. Yeah, I should be at the presentation evening. It's going to be very touch and go, but I will make it. That's for sure. I'll try my best. Anyway, it's a long story. I'll explain it to you another time. But yeah, I should be there. Be good to see you. The ball over the top. It's a lovely ball over to Dammy. Good close control as well. Goes for the strike, and it's just parried away from the goalkeeper. He was defender did just about enough there, just to drag him wide. It was a bit awkward for Dammy, but in the end, he managed to get the shot on target. Now there's 2 balls on the pitch. Now Menembolo. Oh, Every. Now Menembolo winning the ball back. Done well. He's got a couple of options here. He's been a bit isolated though. Goes down, wins the free kick. Brilliant hold-up play there from Frey Menembolo. Wanted to take it quickly. The referee's not allowing him. It's Heaps here with the cross in, headed away. It's going to be a corner here for Sharnbrook. It's now back with Robbie Hunt. Oh, he's got a bit lucky there, Robbie Hunt, with that pass, but it's now Menembolo. It's a bit slippery out there. Every's now slipped. And they've got into the game here, Sharnbrook. With Josh Giggs getting it out wide, out to Bradley Rains. He's a dangerous player indeed. Intercepted brilliantly. The pass is loose though. And then it's back there. Intercepted there by Fred Steer, but they've taken the throw in quickly here. Sharnbrook looking to try and catch our reserves off guard. It's headed away. That's a good interception there by Dammy. And now it's Menembolo, who's done really well. He's kept off balance as well, and this flag's up, going to be up for offside. It's a shame. He did well there, Frey Menembolo. He timed his one really well. At least I thought he did. He shrugged off the defender. The flag's up for offside. I'm struggling to see how that was offside when he was behind the defender when that ball was played, but there you go. Lovely ball over the top here to Giggs. And a good interception by Brad Heaps. Now Zilbord. Out to Menembolo. Them two seem to put play in the first 20 minutes. And a real bright spot for the Biggleswade United so far. Zilbord. Robbie Hunt. Flag, I think, was going to go up there, but it stayed down. It's going to be a throw-in for United. Let's take it out quickly. Brad Heaps. It was a loose pass. Every's won the ball back in midfield once again. He's doing absolutely brilliant, Callum Every. Robbie Hunt. It's a loose one, and Menambolo is running to capitalise here. With Incaro, he's just slipped at the pivotal moment there. Menambolo is not the first player to slip this evening. Well, it's been heavy rain over the last couple of days. Pitch does look really good in the circumstances, that's for sure. That's a late one from Brad Heaps. That's going to be a free kick on the halfway for Sharnbrook. We are 33 minutes played. It's Biggleswade United reserves 0. Sharnbrook first 0. Stigweed to Zilboard. Every. Look, such a talent there, Callum Every. Every time he gets the ball, he just knows he wants to go forward. And he's 17 years of age as well. That's a real big prospect that we have on our hands here, that's for sure. Stigweed. So loose one, and now it's back with Menambolo. He's come back out wide to Brad Heaps, looking to find Robbie Hunt in the middle. Septon is now back with Clark. That's going to be a free kick to Biggleswade United. They look to take it quickly. There's a Sharnbrook player down now, so the ref is not going to allow that. And it gives me an opportunity to say a big thank you to our sponsors. First off, big thank you to Flawless Landscapes for being our reserve team sponsor for the season. We'd also like to thank Winchmore Brickwork for being our men's senior team sponsor, VO for being our women's senior team sponsor, Vets, J&B Motorsports for being our Vets team sponsor, Recycling Life for being our general sponsor, and the Key Hospice Care for being our ground sponsor. Biggleswade United now over this free kick is Brad Heaps. Definitely a player I'd like to think we've not heard the last of in the Biggleswade United shirts. Really impressed in the last few games for our first team last season. After playing the majority of his campaign for the reserves, Christian gave him an opportunity back into the first team, and he certainly did impress the last few games of the season. It really would not shock me if he's potentially in Gaz and Jordan's plans. Gaz and Jordan are new coaches. Gaz, our a player coach, and Jordan as the first team coach, both joint managers next season, who are in attendance this evening, watching the reserves tonight in their final match of the 2022-23 campaign. I'm sure there's a few players that might well have caught their eye because it's been a real positive evening so far from Biggleswade United up against a real tough opponent in Sharnbrook. Now Every intercepted. It's back out to Brad Heaps. Goes for the shot from distance. Just well over the bar, but they're worth going for every now and again. No. Heaps. They look to end the half strongly now. Biggleswade. That's a lovely ball out to Dammy on this left-hand side. There's Menambolo in the middle as well, if you can find him. It's Dammy with the cross in. Oh, it's nearly dropped by the goalkeeper. It was a poor cross in the end by Dammy. But Menembolo free in the middle. They just couldn't find that final pass, and that's kind of been the story of the evening so far for our Biggleswade United reserve side, who have started really positively in this game. They're just struggling in that final third at the moment. It's now Callum Every to Heaps. Now Digweed taking away only as far as Zilboard. At least I thought Zilboard had it there. He did well winning the ball back there, Mo Zilboard. Oh, it's a heavy touch. It's now back out to Damian out wide. He's got bodies in the middle as well. It's Dami with the cross in. It's just about cleared by Sharnbrook. Heavy touch is now back with Biggleswade with Brad Heaps. Captain Brad Heaps for the Biggleswade United reserves. It's Heaps. Back to Digweed. Almost a bit of a heavy touch there by Digweed. He did well. It's Hunt. That's Digweed. It's Hunt. Goes for the strike. Oh, it's forced to save. It's going to be a corner. Good opportunity there from Robbie Hunt. It's gone out of play for a Biggleswade United corner. We have just exactly 5 minutes to go before half-time. Biggleswade United have had a real strong first half performance, looking to cap it off with a goal right before the break. I think it's Robbie Hunt over this corner.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Apologies there, my Siri decided to be a co-com there for a second. And it's come straight back out. So it's going to be another corner for Biggleswade United. So a bit of a lower one there. And that, I think, has come off Brad Heaps' final touch. It's going to be a goal kick. They want the corner there, but referee has said goal kick. Zilboard. Knocking around, looking for you over the top. It's back out now with Sharnbrook. Lovely touch there from Every. And Digweed had, sorry, not Digweed, Carter had to clear his lines there. It's corner and pivotal now for Biggleswade to not concede this late, particularly after such a positive half so far. And that corner, it's gone straight out of play for a goal kick. Not the best of corner routines, that from Sharnbrook. So back with Sharnbrook. Since that's going to be a free kick against Callum Every. Track with Jack Marshall, commanding his defence well there. It's now back with Marshall. Good play by Clark. He looks to find that ball over the top to Robbie Hunt. Reception there from Every. There's no one there to capitalise though. There's a player down here for Sharnbrook because he looks to be okay. He's back up, but looks like it's going to be the end of his afternoon for Sharnbrook. So we enter stoppage time, the first half, and that is going to be the full half-time whistle. No stoppage time being played for the first half. Not really many stoppages. It's been a real positive start from Biggleswade United reserves this evening. Just unfortunately haven't been able to find a goal so far. Struggling in that final third at the moment, but it's been real positive against a real tough team in Sharnbrook. As I mentioned, they've actually got a cup final next week against the champions of this division, Elstow Abbey. So I've mentioned potentially maybe they've got eyes on bigger things than this game. However, you can only play with what you're up against, and Biggleswade United have had a real positive start, just lacking in that final third, as I mentioned, but there'll certainly be a lot of positive talk in that halftime dressing room because halftime here at the Keach Hospice Care Stadium. It's Biggleswade United reserves 0, Sharnbrook first 0. We'll be right back for the start of the second half.
today it's Newcastle United Day. I'll tell you why. In fact, let me get somebody else to tell you.
So in print, your figures, weights, pictures, images are ready. So come through, you can have a look.
Let's go. Hello, everyone. Massive place.
I'll show you more about what's going on and everything and all that.
So, that's the
That's the other one.
yeah.
I select from both and then click on the meat. This is the quality.
Uh-huh.
Then the best quality. Fuel. This is the fuel.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow. What now?
You want the cricket?
No, we got it right. We got it right. Can I feel useful? Thank you. See, I'm helping now. Welcome to the changing room of the home team, Newcastle United. What do we think? What do we think?
Good, very good.
Oh, you're on twice. Let me see. Once. Twice. So are you, Tracy? Once. Twice. Now I thought the other mural could actually go somewhere that reminds the players that they are the club, but they're not just there on their own. Let me show you. There. He is also here.
For the start of the second half, very soon, as I've mentioned, a very positive first 45 minutes from Biggleswade United. Certainly, I think could be till more of the same. Just be a little bit more clinical in front of goal potentially. There's certainly opportunities in this game for Biggleswade United reserve side to end the season on a high and get themselves the 3 points here tonight. It'll be their first win in 3 if they do. So what was an eventful win as well against Moulton Shelton Rovers. A 4-3 win, a real end-to-end game, and we're still awaiting the first goal in this one, as we are just about waiting for all the officials and players to enter the fray for the start of this second half.
Yeah. That first touch, like, then actually then I took one. Well, it just comes into down shot.
As a reminder as well, you can actually vote for your supporter.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, vote for your player of the season. The voting is now open. More information is on our Twitter page at BigglesWadeUTD for the online supporters player of the season. There's a link on Twitter for to vote for your player of the season. I believe that is the men's, the reserves, the women's reds, and the women's blues. All 4 options are there. There isn't much entry time. I think the voting might close this Saturday. I'm not too sure, but make sure you get on voting for your best men's, first team, reserves, women's reds, and women's blues players of the season. More information is on our Twitter page at BigglesWadeUTD as we are about to kick off for the start of this second half. And there is the whistle. We're underway for the second half. Biggleswade United reserves look to find a goal in the second half, and Sharnbrook have started really lightly there, but steered it brilliantly well. Intercepted. The flag was up for offside. He was behind him there, and even I can tell that was onside. That's a bit of a baffling position there for the linesman. To agree with Sharnbrook's complaints there, and not even that. The Biggleswades was Fred Steele with Biggleswade that had the ball, so bizarre decision there, very bizarre. And back with Every, and that's a free kick for Biggleswade United. Taking the free kick quickly. It's now back with Zilbord. Good pressing this from Biggleswade. Reception there from Brad Heaps. It's Heaps. There's now Hunt. Hunt looking to find Menambolo. On the ball, he's looking for Robbie Hunt. It's just wide, but again, lovely intricate play there from Biggleswade United. And that's definitely one of the closest opportunities they've had in front of goal. Lovely hold-up play once again there for Menambolo on the right-hand side. And Robbie Hunt was there, but he just couldn't quite keep his shot down. The ball goes out of play for a goal kick. It's nearly hit Derek there in the crowd. Looking to find Zilbord. He's still going to press the goalkeeper. It's a loose one. It's back out to Robbie Hunt, but he's just slightly hit that touch a bit heavy there from Robbie Hunt. Of course, the reserve team is a good opportunity halfway potentially to the first team. Jack Marshall had a couple of appearances for Biggleswade United last season. It's now Digweed. Come back to Marshall. Good interception that from Brad Heaps. Got a kick in the back. He's got the ball as well. The referee, Brad Heaps, was not happy because he wanted to play the advantage there, Brad Heaps. He wasn't happy at all. But he's got his team the free kick, and it looks like the 17 will be going into the book. It was a late kick. Like I said, apologies. The team sheet didn't actually have any numbers on it, so I don't actually know who's being booked for Sharnbrook. So apologies for that. But he's in the book, number 17. There's 2 yellow cards actually. I'm not quite sure what the second one was for, but. It's now out with Robbie Hunt. It's Clark. It's Hunt. His body's up here as well. It's Hunt. Lovely little turn from James Clark. He's come back out to Mo Zilboard. Kept his balance well. It's Zilboard going for the strike. It's well saved again from the goalkeeper. And the pass just wasn't quite there. And now Sharnbrook now looking for a counter-attack. They've got 4 up here if they can get this right. It was too heavy. And it's straight into the gloves. Oh, it's not in straight into the gloves. The goalkeeper's kicked it out there. Jack Marshall. Sharnbrook now back on the attack. Keeper's come up. Called that very early indeed, Jack Marshall there. Very commanding in this goal, in this game, Jack Marshall. Now Sharnbrook looking to cause some problems. It's blocked by Lewis Digweed. Very much a learning process at this level, as we know they won't want to finish their campaign with a defeat. The Biggleswade United reserve side. Well intercepted there by Carter. Now Every out to Heaps. Interception, and that's out of play for a throw-in for Biggleswade United. Could really end up anywhere there. The goalkeeper has caught it comfortably in the end. Good pressing there from Biggleswade. It's a late one from Callum Every, says the referee. It's going to be a free kick. Seems like a bit of a soft one to me. "55 minutes break. Biggleswade United reserves 0. Sharnbrook first 0 in this Beds County Football League Premier Division clash for Biggleswade United reserves their final game of the campaign. Sharnbrook still have a couple more games to play, including a cup final next week against Elstow Abbey, the champions of this division. They've won this league. But Biggleswade are pretty much, very much in this game, playing really good football. They just haven't been able to break the deadlock. It's kind of been a bit of the story of their season, but they're looking to continue the pressure on Sharnbrook. Past Dammy, but was unlucky. Good pressing now there from Dammy. Now it's back. Menembolo. Dammy almost got in the way of Menembolo there. Both got in the way of each other. He's gone down. No penalty, says the referee. It looked like a stone wall from here. Surely. We'll carry on, but at the moment Dammy's down for Biggleswade United. To have to be in some pain here. Dammy will be getting some treatment. Looks like a bit of a sore one. Have to think if he was contact, It's a penalty, surely, but the referee was not interested in the slightest. Was that cool? He's back on his feet, which is good to see. I think he'll be okay to continue. He'll have to get a bit more treatment off the pitch for the time being. There are options on the bench, including George Heaps, Hayden Gardner, James Tizard, Ansu Koromora, and Cameron Omar. It's a throw in. Robbie Hunt over this throw. It's now Heaps. Out to Clark. And Mbolo is onside. Red flag stays down. And it's now Zilboard. Option behind. Robbie Hunt. Now a play for a throw in. It's now Hunt with the cross. Been blocked off. It's a bit of a heavy one there for Sharnbrook. It's coming back to Danny Carter. Oh, Jack Marshall had to be quick on his feet there. It's now Heaps. It's James Clark who's been intercepted. Oh, that's a crunching tackle there from Brad Heaps. It's going to be a free kick, and I think might be a card there for Brad Heaps. He's United reserve captain, or he might just get a talking to. Just a talking to from the referee. Not a popular decision there from the Sharnbrook team. Free kick. There's been a push there. It's been well caught there. It's like a head injury. It's going to be goal kick here for Biggleswade United. Marshall. The kick. Looking to find Mo Zilboard. It's gone behind him. It's now Hunt with the throw. Now Heaps. Intercepted by Sharnbrook. Now Heaps winning the ball back. Heaps. Out to Carter. Now back to Brad Heaps. It's just too far there for Menembolo. Sharnbrook looking to find themselves a little counter attack. Callum Every had to be strong. He did well there, Callum Every. He's got Danny in. He's just drifted offside there. It's not a popular decision there by the dugout. So a substitution here for Sharnbrook. It could well be through here for Sharnbrook, but Carter's done really well there. But it's still in play. Still danger. Digweed clears. Now back with Giggs. Intercepted again. I think that time it was by James Clark. It's going out of play for a corner. Coming in, headed away. As far as the number 7, and wasn't too far away. It was over the bar. Thankfully, for Biggleswade United, it was rising. A couple of substitutions. It looks like Callum Every and Robbie Hunt both coming off. Just looking for confirmation of who is coming on. It's Anzu Cremora, the number 15. I want to say Hayden Gardner, but I can't quite see the number, so I just need confirmation for that. No, sorry, it's George Heaps who's coming. So that's George Heaps and Anzu Cremora on for Callum Every and Robbie Hunt. Over the top. It's caught there by Jack Marshall. So he still looks to try and break the deadlock here. Biggleswade United in their final game of this season. And then headed away. Been under a lot more pressure this second half, Biggleswade United. They've defended well there. It's gone out of play for a Sharnbrook corner. Coming in. It's cleared the line as well. It's cleared well. Again by Biggleswade. It's down Dammy. Held it well. He's got George Heaps. He's got a few more options as well. George Heaps to find Menambolo. He did well. Good hold-up play from Menambolo. Oh, he's just lost it as I said that. Heaps. Stillboard. Dammy. Finds Menambolo. This could be the opportunity. It's Frey Menambolo in front of goal, and it's cleared off the line in the end. That's definitely the closest Biggleswade United have come to breaking the deadlock tonight. And it was nearly their talisman, Frey Menambolo, 16 goals for the season. Nearly made it 17 there to break the deadlock. Sigweed heads away. They keep it in play, but at what cost there? Because they've given the ball away. And Sharnbrook, they want the handball. Nothing says the referee. They've looked to lob the goalkeeper, and it's gone over the bar. Lewis Digweed is absolutely furious there with the referee, and he has a point because it clearly came off the arm of the Sharnbrook attacker. I've seen some questionable positions from referees this season, but that's surely got to be up there. 20 minutes to go. Still, Biggleswade United reserves 0, Sharnbrook first 0. Sharnbrook make another substitution. It's a lovely ball over the top and just too far for Dammy. Ansu, more one of the substitutes, looking to find Dammy. It was just too far for him. Positive pass there from Ansu. Danger. It's come back through. It's cleared away. Damn it, he looks to be playing with a bit of a limp there. I don't know if he's caught something. It's going to be dangerous. It's come back. It's cleared away. It's still not cleared, sorry. This could spell danger. And circles at the moment. 3 men round him. He goes for the shot, and it's well wide of the post from the number 14 of Sharnbrook. At the top, it's cleared away. Still time for either side to try and find themselves a goal. It's not a bad ball. It's just too far for Dammy though. Now, Brad Heaps winning the ball back in midfield. Zilboard finds Menambolo. There's Dammy in the middle as well if you can find him. It's Menambolo on the left-hand side. He's a bit of support here. He's up against 2 defenders. It's George Heaps. Crosses in. Just too far for Dammy, and that's going to be out of play for a goal kick. Unlucky. Of course, it was a real tough game for Biggleswade United's reserves on Monday. After a 3-3 draw at Cooley Green, it's been a 2-day turnaround as well, and you have seen that a few tired legs out there from 3-3 hard-fought draw. in that game against Crawley Green. That's a free kick right on the edge of the box, and he did not want to concede that. It's a yellow card. I think it was for Fred Steer. It's a free kick on the edge of the box here for Sharnbrook. $15 minutes to go. Still 0-0. Free kick. Wall does its job brilliantly for Biggleswade United, who go up in numbers very quickly. Out of play for a goal kick. And it's going to be another couple of substitutions here for Biggleswade United. So Dammy coming off. James Tizard coming on for the final 15 minutes. And Hayden Gardner coming on. Didn't quite see who came off. I think it was I didn't quite catch who the second substitution player who came off there. Clark did well. So Anzu can depress the man well there. He did well. It's now Zilbord. Lovely little pass that is to Menembolo. If he can keep this on, he has. It's Menembolo out wide. Oh, and just mistimed the pass. It was a cross between the pass and the shot there. Looking to find Tizard in the middle. There from Ansu. Ball's going over. It's headed away from Digweed. They're just allowing him to continue his run. If it wasn't for a fantastic tackle there from James Clark, Biggleswade United look to try and get it away now. Been intercepted, and Sharnbrook are growing into the second half in the final 10 minutes. It's going to be a real big push here for Biggleswade to try and keep this point. Header. And it's just over the bar from their number 9. Out of play for a goal kick. But a real hard fought performance here from Biggleswade United reserves. They've had a couple of chances as well to win the game, but they do not want to lose it either. It's mentioned the real big short turnaround after the 3-3 hard fought draw at Crawley Green on Monday. So 2 days later, they're back here with their final game of the season against Sharnbrook first, who have themselves a cup final next week at champions Elstow Abbey. It's a very tough team, Sharnbrook, but they've really held their own, Biggleswade United, in this game. 12 minutes to go for either side to try and find a winner. Anzu. Menembolo did well. Trey Menembolo. Tripoli is still going. Menembolo goes for the low cross, and it's surely flags up for offside against James Tizard, but I thought he had a tap in there for a second. No, it's a mistake at the back here, and Biggers Wade United could be in trouble. The shot has been fluffed wide of the post, and that kind of sums up the game, unfortunately, for both sides in front of goal. Have been really lacking. And the mistake defensively there from Biggers Wade United nearly cost them, but still 0-0. Last 10 minutes of the 90 to go. It's Biggers Wade United reserves 0. Sharnbrook first 0 in the third to league, and that's a free kick for a push on James Tizard, one of the more experienced players of the team. Free kick here for Biggers Wade United. Brad Heaps over this free kick. Why is he whistling now? No, a free kick was actually given against James Tizard. That's a bit of a bizarre one. I'm not quite sure what that was for. That's a bit of a bizarre one, that. I'm interested to know what that was given for. They're saying it was a good spot, but I'm not quite sure what that was given for. Throwing to Sharnbrook. Get away. This could spell danger. I think this might well be James Tizard's last game as well for the reserves. Could be wrong with that statement. So apologies, James. If not, I do remember him saying that this will be his final season. He's come on for the final 15 minutes to try and make an impact, and that header's gone well wide by their number 8, and it's out of play for a goal kick. Clark headed away. It's going to be a throw in. Good position. Cross coming in. Oh, it's caught on the goalkeeper. It's going to be a corner. Save was behind. It's going to be a corner. Not long left now in the game. We have 6 minutes left of the 90 to play. Not many stoppages, I don't think, in this game either. So it might just be the 6 minutes. An opportunity here to win it at the end. Cross coming in. It's headed by the first man. It's now back with Brad Heaps. It's Heaps. Cross coming in. It's headed back post. And it's in. Oh, it's not in. I thought it was in. Apologies. It looked in. The flag was up for offside. So it's not going to count. It was a brilliant leaping header. It's in by Lewis Digweed, but oh, it's actually hit. Sorry, apologies. It's not gone in. It's gone. It's hit the net. It's gone over and hit the other side of the net. It looked in from here. Great opportunity there. Heaps. Nothing in that. You play on now with Hayden Gardner. That's a lovely pass. Free kick. Foul on George Heaps. It's what's been a real positive performance of the mentions. Biggleswade United lost 5-1 to this same side away from home earlier on in the season. So this is a much improved performance, and they want to cap off their season now with a victory in their final game of the season. This would be some style. We've now got 4.5 minutes left of the 90 to play. Biggleswade United with another free kick in a dangerous position here. If Hafton not found the deadlock, will they find it from this set piece? Cross coming in. Oh, it's headed away again. It's now back with George Heaps. James Tizard. To Danny Carter. Full pass. It's going to be a free kick. That looks like a 50-50 there. We definitely got the ball. Free kick. It's now Menambolo. 3 minutes and 90 to play. Oh, the ball was there to be found. Menambolo wants a free kick. The referee says no. It's a good point there from Cameron. How could you play advantage when it's gone backwards? As they're headed down here, and there's an opportunity for George Heaps. He's got Tizard with him. It's Tizard to win it. Oh, it's saved from the goalkeeper. What a story that would have been for James Tizard. Defensively, Biggleswade United would be very happy with the clean sheet as well tonight. If they can keep this clean sheet in the final couple of minutes, I'm hoping. I haven't just done a commentator's curse here. Good intercepted by Brad Heaps, and they want to get up the pitch here. It's Menambolo who has the legs, but the keeper's come up quickly to clear his lines. Dan Bailey did well. He's arguably been Sharnbrook's best player tonight, making some top saves. It looks like we're going to have the rolling subs potentially, with Robbie Hunt and Dami looking to come back on for what looks like Mo Zilboard. That's 3 substitutions. It looks like Zilboard has come off. They're looking for a goal here. And Robbie Hunt's back on the pitch as well. They're looking for the goal. It's Hunt with the throw. Sansu. Heaps intercepted. And 30 seconds of the 90 to play. Brad Heaps. Oh, that pass was just not there. They need to take it quickly. Clear his lines there was Danny Carter. We've passed 90 minutes in this game. I have to feel there won't be many more attacks left in this one. And what will be a good point for Biggleswade United. As I said, against a real tough team in Sharnbrook. It's a positive performance. The only negative I'd probably say is that they couldn't find themselves a goal because it's been a real hard-fought performance from Biggleswade United reserve team. They've ended their campaign with a goalless draw tonight and a point. They would, I think, based on the performance, probably deserved all three tonight, but they just could not find the breakthrough thanks to a brilliant goalkeeping display from Dan Bailey for Sharnbrook. As I mentioned, it was a big turnaround, a short turnaround after a 3-3 draw away at Crawley Green. It's 2 draws on the bounce for Biggleswade United reserves to end their campaign this season and end our coverage this season for Biggleswade United. I've been your commentator, Ryan Mann. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in this evening. And a big, big reminder, you can vote for your player of the season on Twitter at Biggleswade UTD. To find the link for that, you can vote for your men's first team player of the season, your reserve team player of the season, your women's Reds player of the season, and your women's Blues player of the season. Link is on the Biggleswade United Twitter at Biggleswade UTD. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors here at Biggleswade United. First of all, we'd like to thank Flawless Soundscapes for being our reserve team sponsor for the season. Winchmore Brickwork for being our men's first team sponsor of the season. VO for being our women's senior team sponsors for the season. General Recycling Lives for being our general sponsor. And Keach Hospice Care for being our ground sponsor of the Keach Hospice Care Stadium, the Keach Hospice Care. We want to thank Keach Hospice Care for being our ground sponsor. Wasn't to be for the reserves tonight, but a good point when you compare it to the away fixture, losing 5-1 to the same Sharnbrook first side who are in a cup final next week as well. There's nothing to be sniffed at this result, but they would be disappointed that they couldn't find that goal right at the end. Full-time score here at the Keach Hospice Care Stadium. Biggleswade United reserves 0, Sharnbrook first 0.